The AFL's Dreamtime round is dear to the hearts of the Fremantle Dockers. Indigenous footballers have played a pivotal role in the history of Freo, more than any other AFL club. Since the Dockers' inception in 1994, 30 Indigenous players have been drafted.
Winston, go for goal! And it is!
Winston Abraham began the tradition.
I love watching Winston, and that's why.
The Wiz, Jeff Farmer, wowed Freo fans with 224 goals.
He's still going, the Wiz! He might have come up! What a return for the Wiz, Jeff Farmer!
In this era, the flow of talent has increased.
Pearce is going to kick a goal.
The current crop has already provided many sterling moments, with promise that the best is yet to come.
This to send them into a home preliminary final.
Today, the Dockers are up against the Western Bulldogs.
Dalhouse. Oh, yes, sir. How good was that?
It's the AFL's Dreamtime round, a celebration of our country's Indigenous culture.
The Indigenous themed jumper for myself was one of the things that I'll look back and be very proud of. I went to Uncle Richard, who's very significant in the Indigenous community, to get some help from him, and the knowledge that he has around Aboriginal culture was always on my mind, and the first person that I was going to go to.
Roger came up with the concept first about the jumper and said, let's do something. And we wanted to do two things. The first thing we wanted to do is to pay respect to the club and its existing design. The second thing we wanted to do is to incorporate some Aboriginal elements into the design rather than completely change it. This year we've got another element onto it. That's the flower, the hibiscus, which is the Sorry Day flower. And that's very important because a lot of people don't know how many Aboriginal footballers have been affected by the stolen generation, both directly and indirectly. My mum was part of the stolen generation. My brother and sister were taken away. I didn't meet my brother till I was in my 20s, my sister till I was in my 30s. A lot of my great friends that I play football with were directly part of the stolen generation. So it's really, on a personal level, it gets there as well, but that personal level can be expanded by thousands across Australia.
To have that on the jumper and know the significant effect that it had on Aboriginal people, and to acknowledge that what happened was wrong, and the history that we've gone through, it's going to be significant in bridging the gap.
It's my stepfather was part of the stolen generation many years ago, so I was brought up on it and how it affected a number of family members.
For Michael, knowing that he'll go out there and represent his family and someone who's raised him and looked after him, it's going to be a big day for him, and he's really looking forward to it.
Uncle Richard, Walley and Roger Hayden have done a superb job with this design, and to have a past player and an elder go over and design this jumper, it means a lot for all the players and also the Indigenous community and the Indigenous players.